Peace, family, peace, peace, peace. All right, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get it's going to get better once your perception gets better. So today's video, I pretty much wanted to do a video about working hard. And I know somebody else, another YouTuber, I think her name is Bree. She talked about subscribing to hustle culture and the reason why she don't subscribe to hustle culture. I did not watch the video. I just seen the subtitle. Maybe when I'm done, I'll watch that video. But the reason why it is important for us to understand that you do not have to work so hard is because, one, if you don't understand it, you may burn yourself out. Okay? I always talk about how the universe is going to give us exactly what we are. The universe don't care about what seeds you plant, okay? You are just going to reap the harvest from the seeds that you plant. And it's for you to start being aware and paying attention to some of the things that you do in order for your life to change. Sometimes we don't do things different because we are afraid to give up the control. Because we feel as though our way is better than source. Whatever you deem source to be, Allah, God, it does not matter. You cannot get wet from saying water. Okay? We think that we know better. And that's really the ego. Okay? Because as long as you are listening to the ego, you are going to keep on getting the same exact results that you've been getting. So what I see in my life, and I like to say the way you do one thing, that's how you do everything. Now, some people may argue no, but honey, in my life, what I have seen, the way I would do one thing, oftentimes that's how I did everything. Prime example, I used to do rideshare, okay? And I started doing rideshare about in 2018, same exact time when I had my spiritual awakening, okay? And what I noticed was when I was doing rideshare, so I would work for Uber, I would do Lyft. Sometimes I felt like I had to hustle hard in order for me to make the money that I wanted to make. And you know what's really crazy? That it was times where as though I worked less hours and I made more money than when I worked a lot of hours. But I still had that belief system embedded in my subconscious mind that you have to work hard in order for you to be successful. Even though at times it will be proof that I don't have to work hard. And when I say it would be times where as though I would make more money, because those would be the times that I would listen to my intuition. Okay, those would be the times that I would listen to the universe guiding me on which way to go, okay, who to pick up, and things like that. It's like magic, honey. So, but what I realized was it was times that I would be burned out. I mean, can't think straight, have a whole attitude, be pissed off, okay? Feeling anxious, feeling overwhelmed. All of that was due to because what I was subscribing to. It was due because I wanted to prove my worth. And the funny thing about proving your worth is you can never prove your worth. You're worthy because you exist. As long as you feel like you're going to have to prove your worth, what tends to happen is the ego always going to look for ways that you have to prove your worth. And so me working 12 hours for Uber, honey, at times that wasn't good enough. So then what I would tend to do is after doing Uber for 12 hours, I will go and do Lyft. Mind you, I have 4 children. Mind you, I have an apartment to clean up, to cook, and all these different things. But I was so unaware that I was doing. I was so unaware of how I was chasing money, okay? And I like me some money, okay? But whenever you make money your master, that's when you are going to be chasing it. And that's when sometimes you may do things that it go against who you truly are for it. Because your whole concept is that in order for me to make money, I have to do certain things for me to get it. I have to work so hard. Although you tired, you will still work even harder because your whole concept is hustle, hustle, hustle. Okay, your whole concept is if I don't, put out, even doing YouTube, And that's why I say the way you do one thing, that's how you do everything. When I first started doing these videos, I first came to YouTube to do the videos. And then later on, I went to Facebook. And I was on Facebook for 5.5 years, doing videos every day, nonstop. And a part of me, I really enjoyed the videos. But then when it was like hustle, I started feeling like, why am I making it's so, you start feeling like, why am I really making the videos? You start questioning yourself. Like, what's the purpose? Because it's like, what you saying, you're not doing it. Right? Even me making this video, I was like, all right, I'm going to do this video and that's it. Because what you have to understand is the universe is constantly giving us exactly who we are. Not what we say we want. Not what we say we're going to be like. It's giving you exactly what you are. And so oftentimes when I would be burnt out, I would be frustrated. And that's why I gave a scenario in my prior video of letting go, like stop attaching yourself to things, because the moment you attach yourself to anything outside your existence, you are setting yourself up for unhappiness. Because if you attach yourself, that merely means that you are looking for things or people to make you happy. And so when I would come in the house and my children would hear me coming up the stairs, because I was burnt out, because I felt my perception was I should be further along, I should be, not where I'm currently are, I should be somewhere else. That is putting up so much resistance that it is slowing the process down. It's like, say for instance, your parents, right, as children, right, our parents will often tell us, like, don't go that way. Or your mentor, don't go that way. I know a better way for you to go. And you are so caught up and programmed that you want to be right or you want to be in control. You won't listen to your parent or your mentor because you like, no, I know what I'm doing. But it keep on showing you the same exact thing. It keep on showing you every time you go down that way, you get a flat tire. Every time you put your money somewhere else, you lose all your money, right? It keep on showing you that. And that's how source is. That's how the universe is. It's going to guide you towards the way that you need to go. The way that you said you would like to go. But oftentimes what we tend to do, we listen to people on social media sometimes. We listen to people that's outside our existence. Okay. And we listen to, we look at people followings and we like, oh, well, they got a large following, right? Whether it's on social media or whatever, or even our parents at times, right? Our parents at times, like we'll listen to our parents and say, well, my mother know better or my father know better. So let me go that way. When source actually knows better. Okay, source knows more than what your parent could ever tell you. I remember when I was doing Uber, and this one particular time I told my mother, I was like, you know what, Ma, I'm not going to do Uber no more because I seen like how hard I was working. I seen it. And then on top of that, what I would do was, so my youngest children, they go to their father house from Thursday up into Monday. So from Thursday to Monday, that's pretty much my time that I get to spend by myself. But oftentimes what I would tend to do, if my children would be like, they want to stay home, they don't want to go to their father house probably that weekend, I will accommodate them. and knowing I needed to take a break, knowing I needed to rest, but I would still accommodate them. Because why? Because I still was holding on to when I was a child, the belief system. Well, if I let my children go to their father's house and they telling me they don't want to go, that's gonna make me a bad parent. That means that I'm abandoning my children. Although that wasn't true, but it's the belief system. That's why I encourage and I talk about belief system so much, because if we are unaware of the belief systems, we are going to keep on getting the same exact thing. And getting the same thing is not bad. It's not bad, but it's for you to see, right? Because if it's not for you experiencing the uncomfort, the dislike, in the words of Abraham Hicks, one of the things she say is, if it's not for a bad relationship, it wouldn't cause you to start asking for a better relationship. And how could you become a better person in order to attract a better relationship? So is in those things that we say we don't like, is in those things that keep constantly showing us exactly what it is that we putting out, is for us to see that and see that I do not like what I'm getting from life. And start asking, how could I get better? But oftentimes you working hard, you subscribing to hustle life because you feel like that way is going to work. And in all actuality, is actually slowing the process down. The reason why you tend to work hard, like for me, what I seen was the fear of being called lazy, right? So when I was a kid, I would be called lazy because I didn't want to clean up, right? And the adult person would say I was very slack. So that stayed in my subconscious mind, right? That's why I say the subconscious, everything that you tend to do is operating from the subconscious mind, is operating. You doing these habits because it's habitual. You've been doing it for so long. You've been hearing it for so long that you think that that's who you are. And you also feel like you gotta dismantle the belief. So what you tend to do. So since I used to hear a lot that I was lazy, like I start overworking because I don't want people to feel that I'm lazy. Like it has such a bad taste, so to speak, in my mouth about laziness that oftentimes I would burn myself out because I felt like I don't never want nobody to say I'm lazy because I heard it when I was a kid. Right? Even when I'm doing videos in a bed, one of the things that I started looking at was one person had said they was like I'm in a bed doing the videos and stuff like that. So what I started doing videos like standing up, right? I started doing videos standing up. I started doing videos in the shower. I started doing videos because I did not want people to say I was lazy. And it's so crazy how we tend to do these things to change someone else's perception. And the funny thing about it is the same people that may be talking mess or may be saying stuff, they have that going on within them too. Because why? Because we can't talk about things that's not in us. Things that we're not experiencing ourselves. Like I could only talk about things I've been through, gone through, grew through. I can't talk about something. I can't talk about like the stocks and all this other stuff. Why? Because I never experienced it. I never traded. Okay, I did do Forex, some marketing thing with that, but then I left it because I wasn't passionate about it. But I can't speak about something that I don't know too much of. So when people say stuff, it's not so much that they know you, is so much how they feel about themselves. Get that too. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.